So how about those Las Vegas Raiders defensively playing very well continuously? First couple of weeks, I made a video about it, kind of talking about, hey, things are going good. But, the question hanging over all of our heads was, well, how well is this going to keep up? It's continuously doing well, so that's nice to see. And there are ways to beat it. We're going to talk about that. But it's a very good defense. And we're going to kind of talk about the scheme of it all. Full disclosure, I actually initially, when making this video, was going to make a Jalen Hurts video, but I got more interested in the Raiders defense, so I decided to go there as well. And I know you guys are not going to have a problem with that. Most people on this channel are Raiders fans, so that's just kind of, how that works. But yeah, interesting stuff. Let's get into the film study. So let's start off with this one. What's going to happen here, this is a great example. So first thing I want to do is show a couple of examples of how this Raiders defense can get beat, because it's not a perfect defense. It isn't. It's a defense that you can beat. Every defense is a defense you can beat, and basically that's the way you have to view defense, especially in today's NFL. It's similar to defense in the NBA, right? Where good defense means it's hard for them to make a shot, not impossible for them to make a shot. Good defense in football means it's hard for them to complete a pass, not impossible to complete a pass. So on this play, this is what the Raiders like to do a lot of. It's this cover 3 zone, and what's going to happen is, the Eagles have their number 1 receiver who runs a go route. This pushes the corner further deep. You have another player sort of fake as though he's running over the middle, but then he's going to run to where that corner was. Look at how right when this play starts, Hurts takes the snap, runs a play action. You do have a tight end who, again, can start to get open. Now, there's a linebacker and safety who can both read this play and help get into the play, but for Hurts, this is something he can do. Look, he makes an accurate throw, and they are able to get a good completion down the field. So, okay, that's how you beat the defense. It can be done. So why am I showing this if I'm making a video that's positive about the Raiders defense? Well, the reason is, I always show positives and negatives of a video, even if it's a positive video or a negative video, for the most part, maybe not always. But the other important thing is, because I think that understanding how a defense can be beat is especially important when you're talking about what makes a defense effective. Because this next play is a similar type idea, where what's going to happen is it's zone coverage, and you see these two routes that kind of work together, right? The deep corner towards the offense's left, which is going to be towards the top of the screen, he can only really cover one of these two routes, and whichever route he covers, Hurts can look towards the other one. Look, right when this play starts, Hurts runs a play action, and you're going to see that again, there's a window right here. You do have, Moorhig, the deep safety. He maybe could have come in a little bit earlier to make the play. That's tough. You don't know exactly what the concept is before it happens. But because of this, there is going to be a chance that this can work, a chance that you can make this throw for if you're Jalen Hurts. However, Hurts gets hit while he's thrown, makes the throw, and it's just a bit too far right there. And that's kind of the point, is listen, even when you scheme this stuff up, it's not a guarantee you're going to be able to convert it. It's going to be tough to make some of these throws. And with a, good defense, and it's a zone defense, a lot of guys are going to be around the ball. So if you do miss a throw, it can result in turnovers. On top of this, the defensive line can get there and disrupt these types of plays. So that's the negative. That's how this can work, and how it can fail. But it's difficult for it to fail. This defense works really well. Right here, this is a great example of kind of just what makes this defense so difficult to go up against. What makes this style really work when it's working well. Because listen, there's nothing uglier to watch than a rough zone defense. We saw that last year with Paul Gunther. There's nothing more exciting to watch than a really good zone defense that can really shut teams down. And, we're seeing that right now with the Raiders. So the way this concept works, it's a sail concept. With the Eagles, where you have your number 1 receiver on the bottom of the screen runs a go route. You then have a tight end and a halfback. Halfback runs underneath. Tight end runs, basically in between. The idea behind this is that for the Raiders, they only have 2 players in that area. You're putting 3 in the area, so 1 deep, 1 middle, 1 shallow. One of those guys is going to get open. And right when this play starts, and I mean right when this play starts, a couple of things to note. For one thing, So this deep stuff isn't really working because you have that taken away. Also, a linebacker doing a great job of stepping in front of the tight end, who typically, that's how you counteract that, is a linebacker runs over and gets into the play. So you're doing that. On top of this, now Jonathan Abram, the safety, doing a great job of taking away to underneath. So, everyone knows the rotation here, which seems like that should be obvious and should be expected. That was not what was the case when we were watching the Raiders defense last year. So the fact that these guys just kind of understand like the basics of cover 3 zone, where last year they were a mess, that's a big improvement. And you also have Yannick Ngakoue off the edge right here, who can definitely run over and he's doing a great job, and he's going to create some pressure. The pressure comes, the throw is there, should have been intercepted, and that's just a great job by the entire Raiders unit right there, other than the dropped interception. Everything else, beautiful. And that's also kind of what makes pressure more valuable in a zone defense than it is in a man defense. Because the reality is, when you get a pressure and you kind of get a quarterback to, miss a throw a little, well, if your coverage isn't that good, then it's usually just an incompletion. But if your coverage is doing a good job, that can result in interceptions because guys get there. So that play alone is just like, okay, wow, this defense is legit. Also, I have to say, I don't know what the hell has gone on with the Raiders cornerback scouting, or whatever you want to say, because it seemed like they've gone from not being able to get any corners ever to be successful to like every corner they touch has turned into gold. Obviously, the Casey Hayward of it all, who looked washed up, has had a resurgence in Las Vegas. You have Nate Hobbs, who was a 6th-round pick, has been awesome. Trayvon Mullen has, looked a lot better this season, and he showed flashes earlier, but this has been his best year. And then also this guy who jumped off on film, who I gotta be honest, I had never heard of, Braden Faison. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce his name, but I better learn, because he played really well in a decent amount of snaps in this game. This is the play. It's a cover 3 zone, and it's essentially just a one-on-one matchup right here. So watch what happens. So look, right when this play starts, so Faison is, gets a little bit of contact, and now he's just going to try and run with the Philadelphia defender, and just watch how he basically doesn't give up any separation this whole time. I mean, look at that. He's just going to give up nothing. So again, I've talked to death about how much I like Nate Hobbs and what he's done. Talked about how Casey Hayward has been awesome with this Raiders defense and changed so much of it. Trayvon Mullen I like a lot. And now they got a 4th corner. So their cornerback depth is ridiculous right now. Again, how much do I trust that Face can continue this? I don't know, but as of right now, he's looking good. And when you're a cornerback 4, you don't have to be a superstar. So crazy stuff. So yeah, I mean, listen, the Raiders have gone from, they were the 2nd worst defense in football according to points per drive, my favorite defensive stat. This year they're up to 14th. So it's still not like dominant, but it's really good. 14th, you can win with that when you have Derek Carr as your quarterback for sure. That's definitely helpful. So you got that going for you. It's good stuff by the Raiders. That's what I think. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.